Hello YouTube and welcome. My name is Rain Man. For those of you who don't remember me, I haven't been on here. I haven't made a video like this in about a year and a half, I want to say. I think the calendar year was 2012 last time I did it, but I think it was cold outside, so I'm going to say a year and a half. I want to start off by saying I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my videos. I appreciate everyone who has commented on my videos and liked or disliked. I really don't care. I like the attention, and I keep it real. I say things that are on my mind, and today is going to be any different. I'm back, and I don't plan on this just being a 1 or 2 video thing. I'm back to drop bombs like I did the last time. And what I want to talk about today is single parenthood in the African American community and how it is really hurting us as African Americans. First of all, I want to say I commend any single parent who is taking care of their business and take care of their kids. I commend any single parent who is doing it because it is a very difficult job. However, it is really hurting our community, and I'm going to tell you why. And this guy named Sotomayor, I can't remember his first name, but he's on YouTube, and he makes some, I think he's a little over, I know coming from me this is going to sound kind of fucked up, but I think he's a little hard on black women. But I do agree with a lot of what he has to say, especially what he said about single parenthood. I just started watching the videos, but he has caught my eye a little bit. Single parenthood, obviously most parents that are single parents are women. Black women more than any other race of women, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. I'm not going to say that's an opinion. What has happened over the past 30 years or so is that a lot of, like, the generation before us, like our generation as we speak, our fathers were not in the picture, but yet and still we are paying for our fathers' mistakes, and that's bullshit. And I'm gonna explain what I mean. And I've said this in some of my other videos. I think a lot of black women raise their daughters to hate black men. If they don't raise them to hate them, they at least raise them to look down on them. And there's nothing wrong with an independent woman. I've said it, and a lot of people think I always get on here and talk shit about black women. I do. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I give them their props at the same time. Black women are very independent. Most of them, they're very strong. But sometimes that works against them, and it damn sure works against us, because the fathers that, like myself, who try to, I'm not saying I have this problem. Well, I'm not going to say whether I do or not, but I'm just speaking in general. Black men, it's like we try to get close to our kids, especially daughters. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if black women looking at us like we have an ulterior motive or something. Like, what point you trying to prove? It's not about trying to prove a motherfucking point. It's about us trying to be there for our kids, as our fathers were not there for us. And I'm not saying that all of the generation before me fathers weren't there for them, but I'm saying that, I'm going to say, let's just say I got 10 friends. I'm going to say about 3 of them fathers were in the pictures. 2 of them fathers live with them. Unfortunately, those 2 are deceased, but I think I got my numbers right, but you see my point. Most of our fathers were not there, and I'm not saying just because mother and father don't live together don't mean that the father's not there for his child. It just means that that's just how it is. But at the same time, my father wasn't in the picture for me. I ain't got no ill will against him. I'm just stating facts here, and I'm sure I know good and damn well I'm not just speaking for myself. But like I said, what has happened is that these black women then got so damn strong-minded when it comes to raising children that when we do try to be there for our children, we get looked at funny, we get judged, we ain't doing this right, we ain't doing that right. And then those same motherfucking women wonder why fathers just give up and quit. Now, there's no excuse to give up on your kid financially. There's no excuse to give up on your kid at all. But I'm now at the age of 27, as a 27-year-old black man, is beginning to see why I'm beginning to see why black men sometimes just say fuck it. And I'll see you when I can. And that's fucked up. And then, especially when it comes to little girls, it is very important. I'm going to say this. A father is just as important as a mother. A mother is just as important as a father. Whether it's a male or a female, it's just as important to have both of them. Because, with girls, you raising these girls to be women, mother can only teach so much. Mother's going to teach it from a female point of view, as she probably should. You know what I'm saying? Never be, your mother has never been a man. She shouldn't be trying to play the role of a man. The father is not, to single fathers, a father is not a woman. Don't know how to be a woman. Shouldn't be trying to play the role of a mother. But both are parents, and they should be playing. It's not playing the role, but y'all see what I mean. Both should be playing the role as parents. But what happens sometimes is that the black women end up pushing the male out of the household. Oh, I don't need you. I was raised to be independent. I don't need no nigga for this, that, and the other. It ain't about you need a nigga for this, that, and the other for your needs, but what about the child? And then that's when we get put on the child support and all that shit. And then child support is another thing. Me personally, I'm on child support. I really don't give a damn about being on child support. I ain't gonna lie, I don't care. But what I don't like about child support is that the image that it creates. It's like, let's just say fathers who live with they kids' mothers and married to them, they wife and all that, the kids' mothers and all that, whatever. It's a bad look on us because they look at us like, damn, the judge had to put you on child support to take care of your kid. I'm like, no, the bitch got mad and went down there to juvenile court and put me on child support. That's what happened. And that's a bad look on us as black males because they make it seem like I had to be on child support to take care of my business. And that's not always the case. It's the case for some niggas, I'm not going to lie. But it's not the case for everybody. And that's unfair to us. And then, especially for those who already was providing for their children anyway, baby mama decided to go get greedy and put a nigga on child support. And it's like, bad look on us. Like, make it a little. And then that also creates a rift between the father and child. I think sometimes that's what child support does, because instead of me giving you this, that, and the other, yes, my children are the most important thing, are my chief responsibility, but that don't mean I ain't got no responsibility to myself. And especially if you a father and you not living with your children, it's even harder because it's like you paying bills in two households, and that's very difficult to do. Especially when the government is taking money out of your check every week or every 2 weeks. In my case, it's every week. And it's like, what the fuck? And especially that insurance shit. That insurance is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they taking excessive, almost half your paycheck going. And then especially if you got more than one child, you on child support, one of them you providing for the other one out of your pocket. And that keeps us having to work 2-3 jobs. So if you a single parent to one kid or whatever, or the kid staying with you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or you in a situation where you trying to get the kid to come live with you because the mother ain't in the picture. And then you got this other kid where she do stay with her mama. Her mama is taking care of her and shit like that. And you paying child support for her. That makes us as men have to work 2-3 jobs. Shouldn't no nigga have to work no 3 jobs. I'm sorry, but that's where it's getting to. If you trying to provide for yourself and then you trying to provide for your kids, shouldn't nobody have to work 3 jobs. 2 jobs, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a second job so I can better take care of my children and so I can have a little money in my pocket. So I can, go out and, spend a little money for myself. You should be able to do that, But and then like I said, you got a child, a daughter who needs a mother. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a situation where my daughter's mother is not in the picture, so some of this is about me. So, you know what I'm saying? But she stay on my mother and grandmother right now because that's the best thing for her right now. Because I ain't got no woman living for me, and I'm not the mother. And I'm not finna try to be the mother. I just, you know, spend time with my daughter, do this, do that, and the other with my daughter, provide for my daughter, stuff like that. I'm there. I do what I'm supposed to do. I put it like that. But I want to do more. I want her to come live with me. But if you working 2-3 jobs, you really ain't got time to meet nobody, a woman, which the Bible says that man is not supposed to be living alone, but whatever. If you got to work 2-3 motherfucking jobs, you're going to be living by yourself because you ain't going to have time to meet nobody unless you got roommates or something. But those are the effects that single parenthood has had on the African American community. The single parenthood has pushed the black man out of the household, and it's not fair. It's bullshit. That's what it is. It's more than unfair. It's bullshit. That we, in my generation, are paying for our father's mistakes. I'm on my mama house. I thought she was coming up behind me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that's bullshit, and I see it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I see it a lot. And ain't nothing wrong with y'all women out there. I got a challenge for y'all. You should be raising your daughters to be independent and not have to depend on a man to provide for her and the kids. That's one thing. But don't sit up here and be telling your daughters, you don't need no man, you don't need it, don't do that, because you are, or niggas ain't shit and shit like that. That's the stuff I be having a problem with. Raise your daughters to be independent, self-sufficient, but don't teach them to push the male out of the household. That's all I ask. You know, that is my challenge to you black women. That is my challenge to you beautiful African American ladies, I should say. But once again, I would like to close by saying I give my props to any parent, male or female, who is taking care of their kids and handling their business. I'm not saying that if you are a single parent, you are doing the wrong thing. I don't want y'all to take that away from this. I'm just simply saying the effect that single parenthood has had on the African American community. And I guess that's all I got to say right now. So until next time, y'all. Peace.